Hey guys.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome back to Off the Clock Podcast with your hosts, Halle
And Skylar.
Yeah. You know the deal already. So
This week
we went to go see Longlegs. If you haven't seen it, skip ahead a few minutes because we're going to talk about it. So this was a very highly anticipated movie. And my expectations were through the freaking roof. I don't know if you guys saw any of the like marketing stuff that they had out there, but it was crazy.
Yeah, it was really scary.
Yeah, and like the whole thing is that like you don't know what Longlegs looks like, so like the build up for that was also pretty crazy.
Yeah, which that was a really genius idea.
It really was.
Because it like made you want to go even more.
Oh, for sure. And like one of their videos, the girl who plays the FBI agent, Micah is her real name. I don't remember her name in the...
I don't know.
In
it? Lee Harker.
Lee Harker. But in one of their marketing videos, So I guess I watched another video the other day. I guess that Nicolas Cage... Here?
Over. Yeah. Yeah, he got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess Nicolas Cage, who plays Longlegs, didn't start filming for like 2 weeks after they all started filming.
Okay.
And so Micah had no idea what he looked like. So for her first time ever seeing him as Longlegs, they put a microphone on her chest, and her resting heart rate is usually 70. And when she walked in to see him for the first time, it got up to 170. And I was like, this is such great marketing. Because like, holy hell, what does he look like?
And in the video, it's like playing the heartbeat and like speeding up like with the shot.
Yeah, it is insane. If you haven't seen it, go look for that video because it is such great marketing. That video alone was the video that I was like, damn, I need to go see. Yeah.
And even like after watching the movie, if you were like, who played Longlegs, I wouldn't know. Yeah. Like, he's unrecognizable.
Yeah. But it's crazy. I don't know what I was expecting him to look like. Like, were you disappointed or were you...
I wasn't disappointed. I think I wish they would have made him look like less purposefully made up. Like, his makeup was very obvious.
Yeah.
Like, it was obvious that Longlegs puts white makeup on himself.
Yeah.
I wish it was that was just his skin, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I did like that he was pale white with white hair, but you could tell that the character does that to himself, not that that's what he looks like naturally.
Yeah. No,
like, you can tell on his neck that, like, they wanted you to know that he puts white makeup on.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, he is really creepy looking. I don't know what I was expecting though. Like, I don't know if I was expecting something more.
He looks more creepy than scary.
Yeah.
Like, he looks creepy. It's not like horror, like
devilish.
Yeah. Like, not like himself. Gory or like, he's literally just like pale with a bunch of filler.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It looks like he has like a hard pillow face.
Major Joan Rivers.
Like Marilyn Manson.
Right.
Like, that's who
I wish his skin was more like translucent white.
Ooh,
not like cake.
Yeah.
It was like caked on, like when someone cakes on their foundation.
Yeah.
In white, that's what it looked like. Not like creepy, like veiny.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Like, it almost looked like they didn't put as much time into it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Which is crazy.
Like, when they the first shot was like neck down, you could literally see like on his neck where they like put the white.
Yeah.
And I wish it was just looked like his skin.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, but like also like you still don't see his face for like half the movie.
A while.
Yeah. Like, they'll show him, but like things will be covering his face, or he'll be covering his own face. He's definitely not the main character.
No.
Like,
which is weird.
Yeah.
It's called Longlegs, and he's not the main character whatsoever.
No, like, you don't... Yeah, you just, like, don't see him for, like, half the movie, which is so crazy. Even, like, to the point of, like, not seeing him at all, not even just his face. Like, it's not at all. Like, the main thing is the FBI agent trying to figure out who this man is.
Right.
Which I guess maybe be common sense for some people, but, like, that's not how I thought that it was going to be.
No, I would say my like initial takeaway is that I thought it was gonna be like a story about a serial killer, but it's kind of about a story about a demonic. I don't know, like how to explain it. It's more of like a Zodiac killer group of people. Like it's not just about this serial killer who goes to people's houses and kills like the families. It's about this ultimate like bigger scheme with multiple people involved. So there's like dolls, spirits, other characters involved. It's not just like this creepy guy is killing people.
No, and he's like technically
and he writes letters. Yeah,
like it's weird.
It's like more involved, and it's more on the like spiritual demon side than it is like serial killer.
Yeah. It is really good movie. I think that everyone should see it. It's very good. I don't know.
It's way different. It's like a different genre than I even thought.
Yeah. And like also the good thing is, at least for me, I think you too, the buildup was like, it was kind of slow. Like not a slow movie, but like the things that were happening were kind of slow. So like things that I should have put together in my head before the ending, I didn't. So like, which is good, because by the ending, my jaw was like on the floor the entire time. I was like, holy shit, like obviously, like, and then like that, I don't want to say the parts in case you guys haven't seen it, but like the ending was just like so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
And like everything was, there was one thing, I don't remember what it was. There was one thing that we were like, oh, they didn't like even like
why did they do that?
Like they didn't talk about it after the
fact. I can't really. Okay, skip this because it's gonna explain like what happens. But so if you haven't seen it, skip if you're gonna watch it. But they kind of, the detective and her boss kind of got led to this like X marks the spot in this barn from one of his past victims, who is now in a psych ward. But it was just kind of like, well, not, I guess she wasn't a victim. She was at school while her parents were getting killed, so she survived. But it was kind of like, what was just to find the doll, I guess, maybe?
Oh, I guess.
But it felt so, it was a little too random. I'm like, why was it in this like barn? Like he was leading them to it. Or the girl in the psych ward was leading them to the doll.
Yeah, I don't know, because like, there were like X's on the barn door, and then like X's literally leading up to the doll.
It just felt like a cheap way to like treasure hunt. Yeah. Like it was kind of like, wait, so I don't know. Longlegs bet this on her visiting the girl, and then the girl telling her to go to the X marks the spot, then to find the doll, just to like start the plot.
Yeah, I just feel like it could have been thought out.
It was just kind of random, I guess. Like a random way to like find that.
Yeah, it could have been something.
Because we were like, wait, why is she at the house?
Yeah, it like didn't really make that much sense. And also like, I guess because the FBI agent was psychic in a way, that like, that was also kind of felt like a cop out. Like it could have been something different. Like it could have been thought out more. Right. Rather than her just like knowing.
Yeah, I think the reason I had thought the reason that she kind of knew these things was because she had a past experience with Longlegs and it was in her subconscious. But I'm like, don't just make her psychic then. No. Just make it so that she like had this vague memory of him, not that she was psychic.
Yeah, because like in the first killing scene, she's like, Skip. She's like looking around, and then she's like, that house.
I did like that scene though.
Oh, you did?
Because I thought that was the start of him. That was a completely unrelated case.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the dad killing. Oh.
I don't think so. I think it was a completely unrelated case. And then remember the guy who had his hands up?
Yeah.
That was a completely different murderer.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So I did like how it was, because it had me thinking like, oh my gosh, they found Longlegs already?
Yeah,
because in the trailers, I knew they did, because he was in the interrogation room.
Oh, that's
So I thought they already found him, and I was like, well, that was fast. Oh, but that was a completely different case, just to show that she's psychic.
Oh, yeah. So,
But
she's psychic.
Yeah. But I was just like, okay.
Yeah, that is true.
Why does she have to be psychic?
Right. Yeah,
why can't she just...
Like, the movie was good. It was short. Hour 40. Like, it was a good movie, but...
It was definitely good. Yeah. And I did, like... It was weird because there's a little girl in the beginning and it shows like Longlegs, like doesn't show him but like chin down, and I thought that girl was the one that was in the psych ward, but that ended up being the detective the whole time. So it was it was cool that like, and when he like gave her a card it said 9 on it. So it was like there was a lot of cool hints throughout it, but it was like, who is it though?
Yeah. And it was so like not sporadic, but like
it was spaced out enough where it wasn't like, okay, we know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, which I loved, because I feel like sometimes you can guess movies too fast.
I will say I knew the mom was sus the second I saw her face, because she was creepy as hell. She looked like Longlegs' cousin. Like that actor is more of a look that I wish Longlegs had. Like she like was creepy looking, but it was just, she looked like her, like normal hair, normal face, but creepy version. Like she didn't look like she had a ton of makeup on. She just looked scary.
For some reason, I had no idea.
I was like, the mom did something. Look at her.
Yeah, I just thought she was like drugged up
insane
on something. Yeah, like I don't know why. I don't know, but it was a good movie.
And the fact that he was in the basement the
Dude,
whole time, that's what gets me.
That was crazy.
That's what gets me.
Yeah.
Because not only was he there during this movie, since she was 9, he has been living in the basement. That literally gives me the chills.
Yeah. And the way they showed that, oh my God.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was good.
He has been literally living under her whole childhood.
Yeah, without her knowing.
That makes me want to throw up.
No, literally. Like, it's crazy.
So that was a good piece.
Yeah, that was.
Like, he didn't need to live there.
No.
But he did.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. So that was a good, like, twist.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, another thing, what we thought was how this was going to go was he makes these dolls. And we thought that, I think you said you thought this too, but we thought that, he was making the dolls out of his victims, because they were like, oh, the real human hair.
Yeah.
And like that's not what happened.
Yeah, like none of this movie was like a tangible typical serial killer.
Yeah.
Like the whole time I was thinking of like a typical creepy serial killer that kills families and like, or like more cannibal-y, creepy skin.
Yeah.
It was very like big idea, demonic.
Yeah.
So in a way, it was scarier because of that. Like, I don't like watching spiritually stuff because that's like real to me.
Yeah.
But it was almost so far like not realistic to happen to me than like a murderer would have been.
Right.
So I was like less scared in that sense, if that makes sense. Because I'm like, in my opinion, like someone's more likely to like a random person to kill me than me to get in this weird demon loop.
Yeah.
With this one guy.
True. That's true.
So it was like scarier in one way, but also like less realistic.
Yeah, like I didn't come home after the fact and was like, damn, I can't sleep alone.
Yeah, like I hope a doll doesn't come to my house to possess us.
Yeah.
Like that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Maybe because our frontal lobes are almost developed, but we're we're like less scared now.
Yeah. But like if it was like just a typical serial killer movie, I would be more scared. Because to me that's like more likely. You know?
Yeah, no, I guess that's true.
Like, not as creepy, but more likely.
I don't know. I feel like usually like paranormal stuff freaks me out more.
Okay, I'll put it this way. During the movie, watching that demon stuff freaked me the fuck out. Second I walk out of the theater, I don't feel scared anymore.
Yeah.
Had it been the other way around, I probably would have had a lingering, like,
that's true.
sense of...
Yeah.
But, like, while watching it, I was like, I don't like...
Yeah, we had, like, our hoods up.
Like, I don't like that, like, spirit stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I prayed after. I was like...
Good thing that's what we're talking about today.
I know. But, yeah, anyways, this week's episode is about...
Scary
spirits. Yeah, like, scary... Probably most likely scary stories.
Yeah.
With, like, the other side.
Yeah.
We have some real stories for you today. We have some from Halle and a friend of hers, and also some anonymous write-ins.
Yes, it's gonna be fun.
So,
I love talking about stuff like this. but it also freaks me out. Like, we're filming this in my apartment, so it's a little freaky talking
No,
about
you're okay.
this. But
I don't know about you, Halle, but I believe in good and bad spirits.
definitely same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know where to start either, but I guess I can just start, like, so you obviously believe in it.
Yeah, we both do.
Yeah, I 1,000,000% do.
Mm-hmm.
I have had a few experiences myself. Also, my family has had a few. But first off, I think me and my family we all say this,
Mm-hmm.
but we all feel that we have like spirits attached to us, not bad ones. I've never felt scared or anything. But, like, in my college house, I've had, like, which my roommates can back me up on this. I used to say this all the time. I would hear my name get called literally all the time. I would never feel scared. I always, like, knew that, like, it was good spirits attached to me. But, like, I would, like, see shadows and shit. And, like, it never freaked me out. But I've also have stories where, like, I've definitely been freaked out. But, like, my sister's house here, oh my god, there's shit that always happens, like, or that we hear, or like stuff. Nothing really that notable, because like I said, like
it's just small spirits here and there.
Yeah, never feel scared though. But yeah, so like I just feel like my family has spirits attached to us. But anyways, so I don't know if you have anything.
I'm just gonna square myself away, because I don't really have any scary stories, because I stray far away from like putting myself in situations that are like that. I know to a lot of people it happens to them, but like I feel like I don't, like, I've never done a Ouija board. I've never like Halle has been in haunted houses and stuff, like real haunted houses. Like I've never done any of that, because I'm a chicken. But I only have like good stories like on the behalf of like my family and things of like good spirits. So I believe in it. It's hearing stuff from people, like messages from people who have passed away. Like you can't not believe it. Like when people say things. So yeah, I don't really have any stories to share, but I believe it all, and I can't wait to hear Halle's and everyone else's. And I'll read one of the scary stories, but yeah.
I guess I'll just start with mine just to get them over with.
I'm so excited. I'm like
so, I'm sure some people are going to be like, damn, that shit has never happened, because some of it is kind of out there, I will say. Like the one that I literally forgot about that I'm going to tell that happened to my dad. It sounds so crazy that it just doesn't even sound real. But I obviously believe my dad, right? Because like my dad is not one to get scared over things. So I'll just start with mine. I'm not going to dwell on them that much, because half of them I don't even remember that well. But so the first one that I'm going to tell is, I don't even know if I was born yet. And this was in our old family house that we sold when I was like 4. But so my parents bought this house, and they redid everything, and they also like expanded on it.
Okay.
So they think that we hit some like burial ground when they built the sunroom of our house, because this room was apparently so haunted, and only that room, which was weird, because like it connected to the rest of the house, like it was open. It's not like there was a door.
Like at my cousin's house, there's a room, like nothing's happened to me there, but like we have a name for it, and it's like that energy in there feels different,
right?
And it's not like necessarily like anything happened, but like you can feel that something's there,
like something's off.
So like I get that because of my cousins. Like that room has a special feeling.
So okay, so it was always in our sunroom, and I don't remember this house obviously, but so there was this one time my dad was sleeping there, I guess, and I think he like woke up or something to like a sound of like someone screaming, like really high pitched scream, and he opened his eyes and he looked. This is gonna sound so crazy.
I'm scared.
But he looked up and the whole ceiling was like bright red. This is so
I believe
weird.
that.
My dad can back me up, I swear. But then he just like heard screaming for like a few seconds, and I guess like it just went back to normal, which is like really weird. And then like that was it for really that story. But then like in that room, every single year our Christmas tree would fall over, no matter how tight we tied it to the wall, because we would have to do that literally every year. It would fall over, and it was just like really creepy stuff, I guess, was happening in that room.
That's crazy.
But that's all I know about that one. Again, like I was so young. Oh wait, there was something also that happened. Stop. What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, there was something that happened in our upstairs playroom too. Oh, I wish I asked my sisters. I don't remember, but apparently something happened in
Same
that
house?
playroom. Yeah, so maybe that whole house was haunted. But yeah, they like would always joke that we like hit some burial ground when we like redid the house. But yeah, that was really scary story. My dad tells it so much better, but whatever.
No, I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that 100%.
It's so
and it's
crazy.
like, if your dad doesn't get dreams like that often, it's like,
Yeah,
what
no.
caused it that night?
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like, does he get sleep paralysis?
No. Like, he was able to move.
Right.
But, like...
So, like, I believe him.
Yeah. It's
like,
just, like, so
what are
crazy.
the odds of that? I don't know. Like,
yeah.
why would he need to, like, make that up?
Right. No, it's just so crazy. But, yeah. And then, like, so me and my friends... I told you this story, but me and my friends... So, there was this house called the Tinker House.
This is crazy. This is like a movie, dude. I don't know why you would do this.
So, the Tinker House. Me and my friends would always go to this house, like multiple times. And
An abandoned house.
Yes. So it's this abandoned house where there's this story behind it where the last name of the family that lived there was Tinker. And they have a family cemetery in their backyard where like the whole family's buried. And the story of this house is that the dad, I don't remember his name, Mr. Tinker.
Bell.
No. Mr. Tinker, he killed his whole family in that house. And I think that he like buried them in the walls of the house. I'm assuming they're not there anymore, maybe. Maybe they're in the backyard. But that was the story. Don't know if that was actually true, but that was a story, and everyone around that whole perimeter of where I lived knew this story. And it was so creepy. So me and my friends, of course, we would always drive there, and the house is boarded up. So like you can't get in the front door, any of the windows, nothing. But we did find that you can get
This is crazy.
that you can get in. You know how like people have those basement doors like in the ground where you like open them
A
like
cellar.
this? Yeah.
A cellar.
So we found out that you can get in through the cellar. So we opened it, walked our way down.
No.
I think I still have pictures of, there was like writings on the walls.
You guys are so brave.
Wait, let me see my
I wouldn't have even stayed in the car. I'd be too scared.
It was freaky. I mean, like,
you guys went in a cellar, bro.
Oh yeah. So we
No.
and we like did it like
We would have not been friends if we knew each other then, because I would be literally a buzzkill.
No, it was so fun.
I wish I was cool.
Shut up.
No, like that sounds iconic. Like that literally sounds like a movie. But I wouldn't. No way in hell I would ever even think of doing that.
Wait, I feel like I definitely.
How many
still
of you
have-
went?
Probably like 5 of us. We would fill a car.
Okay.
And go.
Okay.
But yeah, we would walk down into the cellar, and there was like writings on the walls. I don't even remember what it said. I think I have a picture somewhere.
Probably from all the people that went. All the high schoolers.
Oh yeah, we definitely weren't like the first. Probably were not the last to go there. But I think someone did buy it now, so I don't know if it even is still standing. I don't know.
Did they knock it down?
I don't know.
I would.
Last time I was home,
Last
time I was home, I'm pretty sure it was still up. But
if there's a cemetery in the backyard, why the hell would you live there?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so we would just like always go to this, and we walk down into the cellar. That's how we would get in. And then the stairs going up to the actual house, there was like stairs missing. You like couldn't even climb up the stairs, really. I don't know how we did it. But yeah, so it was really creepy because everything in the house was like pristine. Like no like dust really. Like the glasses were still in the cabinets. The beds were made. The beds were made. Like it was
crazy.
Creepy.
Like it was furnished?
Yeah. Like fully furnished. I think I have a video somewhere, but it was fully furnished. But like it didn't make sense because the house was boarded up for years. And the basement obviously wasn't like usable. So like it was weird how
Like it was clean
it was.
not dusty.
Yeah. And
Obviously no electricity, right?
yeah, no.
Okay.
No, we would bring candles with us.
Dude. Would you go at night?
Oh yeah. Pitch black, like at night. We were never there during the day.
I could maybe go during the day.
Yeah, no.
At night?
No, that's not as fun.
Well, yeah. That's why I would do it. Because I'm scared.
But
No
so
way.
this one time my friend had the genius idea of bringing her Ouija board. So we brought like Bath and Body Works scented candles. And the Ouija board. I think this was only 4 of us, and we were playing the Ouija board, and at first all of us had our fingers on it, and like nothing was happening, and then it was only 2 of us that ended up having, or maybe, I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. A few of us had our finger still on it, and it spelled out, I can't remember if it was hide or run, but it spelled out one of those. And it was so scary in the moment. Like we literally dipped so hard out of that house.
Did you leave the board there?
No, we took it. And I can't even remember if we said goodbye, which is like the biggest thing you have to do if you like are done playing a Ouija board, you have to say goodbye. And I don't even remember if we did, but also like I will never know if my friend moves the board or not. Like I will never know. It was my friend that passed away, but I'll never know if she moved it because she is so the person to like do something like that.
You'll know one day.
But also, yeah, but also at the same time, like I believe it. Like it was like that house did have like a really creepy vibe to it. Like I said, because it was so pristine and everything. But we also like. We were so like what's the word, like disrespectful to that house. I literally have a video of my friend Leah peeing on their front porch because we were just doing like the dumbest shit. So like I would not put it past it of those ghosts haunting us because we were so
well, just the fact that you went in there is pretty bold.
Yeah,
so like they're probably pissed.
Oh, probably.
That's crazy though.
Yeah. But like those were some of my best memories.
I mean, yeah, I'm jealous, but also not.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way I would ever do anything like that. But it's still like, I don't know, it's fun.
It's good memories. I have some videos I could put on my story or our story.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was wild.
Like that's literally a scary movie.
Yeah, such good stories.
That's
though.
crazy.
Like on our Finstas, we would make vlogs of us going there.
Oh my god.
It was like a whole thing. And like there were times where like we would be like the road to get there is so creepy. And we would be driving.
Is it in the country?
Oh yeah, middle of
Halle!
nowhere. It is in middle of nowhere. Yeah.
I was picturing it in a neighborhood, dude.
Oh no, it is middle of nowhere.
What?
Like it was like 35-40 minute drive. Like it was like middle of nowhere. Yeah, so we were these dumb 16-year-olds.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so the road together was always so creepy. It was like literally out of a movie where it would be like foggy. And like Stop. I swear one of the times that we were driving there, this was after my friend Leah died. So this is why I also just think it's so funny because I would always go there with her. The time we went there after she died, we were driving on that road and I swear to God we saw her in the road.
Whoa.
I'm not even joking. Like I swear to God we saw her. I mean,
probably.
Yeah,
she wanted to come with.
Literally. She is so the type of person that would do something like that. So like she was standing like on the road right in front of the house. So that's why it was funny because we're like, she's definitely like
messing with
you. Like cause she's
what
so
the heck?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the Tinker House. Great times. Usually when I go home, me and Vanessa will take a drive past
Aww.
it. But Oh my god. So
well,
funny.
if you go again, you should like send me a video.
Okay.
Or like a photo of it.
I
so
will.
You can see what it looks like.
Oh, I will. I will.
If you don't have one.
I do have one.
You do?
Yeah.
I want to see.
Oh shit, I just lost it.
Oh, it's okay.
But oh my god, great times.
That's crazy.
Like, it was so fun. But yeah, so that was the Tinker House. And then another story. This isn't scary to me because this was after Leah died. So like this is why I think that this is like so her.
Mm-hmm.
But
you can find it later. It's
okay.
okay.
When she first died, like my friend group, we all were hanging out at my house and putting like the picture board together for her funeral and everything. And that whole week after she died was so many things happened at my house when we were all there. Like it was crazy. We had my mom had a plant stand in our like kitchen living room, and it was like that plant has been there for like since we moved into the house. And nothing ever happened to it. And we were literally all sitting in my kitchen next to it, putting all the pictures on the picture board. It flew off the plant stand and broke.
That's
and
crazy.
I was like, what the hell? And then also when we were all there, I think this was another day. It might have been like literally the day after, I think. We were all sitting doing it again. And my outside light bulb literally blew up.
That's crazy.
It was so crazy. Like such weird coincidences that like
right.
Why would that
like,
even happen?
Yeah.
So it was just like crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Like
so
there's so many coincidences like that it's like how can you not believe in stuff
yeah,
like that?
I feel like the people who don't believe are the people who haven't had experiences.
Yeah.
Like or at least like someone they know.
Right.
Because just hearing stuff like that from like a firsthand, like you witnessed that firsthand, even if I didn't have any experiences, like I believe you.
Yeah.
Like that's nuts.
Yeah. Crazy.
Like I don't know how you can't.
Yeah.
I don't know. And like it happening that week and it being 2 things in a row.
Yeah.
Like you're not seeing things. Those are physical objects like moving.
Yeah.
And like bursting and flying. That's crazy.
It's so crazy. I don't get how people like don't believe in it, but it's wild. So there's
it to me like on a more like if you think about it scientifically, I'm like spirits are energy. So all it takes is like some force to like do stuff like that, like physically. Yeah. So to me I'm just like it's just energy.
Right.
So I don't know how you can't believe it, even if you're like think like in a physical form, like if you're like, oh, that's all woo woo stuff, like if you think about it physically, like it's literally just like energy.
Yeah. I feel like you can't kill energy,
right? No, you can't. Like that's why I think of it that way. Like even skeptical people, it's like it's like just stuff like floating.
No, like
force.
Actually though, like there is something like doing these things. So it's crazy.
I know.
But yeah, and then I wish I remembered my aunt's stories like in detail, because when we were younger, like we would sit on my cousin's front porch and she would tell the craziest stories.
Really?
Like she has insane stories.
Your family just has a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but we have so much stuff. But there was this one that I remember. I wish I remembered the details because this was a story that always gave me chills.
Oh God.
But so she grew up in Venezuela.
Like your aunt?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom's brother's wife.
Okay.
So she grew up in Venezuela, and I don't know. I don't remember if it was there or if it was when I first moved here, but she was living with her parents, I think, and they lived in this like really like paranormal house, like
that'll
demonic,
do, yeah,
like scary house. And she would always like wake up in the middle of the night and like see figures like at the end of her bed, and it was like really creepy stuff. And I think she even like woke up with scratches on her one time, which is like crazy, I think. And there was this one time where it was like got so bad. My whole family is like super religious, so it got really bad at one point. She like had someone come, like a priest come to her house
like to get rid of it.
Yeah, like do this like thing to get rid of it. And while he was doing it, apparently like stuff started going crazy. Like he was downstairs saying the prayers, blessing the house, and upstairs like loud. Like, everybody was obviously with him, like, following him around while he was doing this. So, like, everyone in the house was down following him.
There wasn't anyone upstairs.
There was no one upstairs. And when they were downstairs, the upstairs, like, it was, like, like, really, like, hard pounds, I guess. I don't know if it was footsteps or whatever. But it was, like, and, like, lights were flickering, I think. Like, it was crazy to the point where, like, it just, like, I don't know, it literally sounds like a movie.
Yeah.
But I wish I remembered, like, all these details.
Like The Conjuring.
Yeah. Like, that's literally what it would remind me of when she would tell me these stories. It was, like, so creepy. I don't know. I wish I remembered them. If my cousins are watching, comment below.
To me, I'm just, like, I know, like, when you're the kid in that situation, you don't have control. But, like, in movies like that, I'm like, move.
Literally.
There's other
Literally.
Like, their energy, instead of trying to get rid of it, let's just let them be there and leave.
Yeah. Literally.
Like,
I don't get it.
Because it's so, like, physical. Like, they are there.
Yeah.
Or they're an object. So let's leave the freaking object there.
Yeah.
It's like in The Conjuring, that basement, they have all the possessed items in that room and it's locked.
Right.
Why do you have let's it? Just, like, or just, like, it's in that room for a reason. Let's keep it locked. Or, like, don't live in that house then.
Right.
I don't get it.
No, me either.
Like, if I moved somewhere and it was haunted, it'd be a pain in the ass to move, but I'm moving.
Yeah.
I don't care if I lose money. That's
yeah.
I don't want to live literally terrified every second of the day.
Oh yeah. No.
Move.
Literally move. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how long they stayed in that house, but apparently she has so many. I wish
That's so scary.
But yeah, just like really
Let's interview her.
No, literally. Literally. But yeah, that's like all the ones I could really like
What about
remember, but I could do Vanessa's. But yeah, so now we can move on to these. One of these is my friend's, so like I have some stuff to add. So I guess we can start with hers. Should I like read it and then like is that how we're gonna do it?
I mean, this one's different because you know it.
Yeah.
For the other ones, we're just gonna read.
Yeah. Okay. So so my best friend from home grew up in this haunted house.
Move!
Literally. They finally did.
You're poor.
Literally. Like, haunted house. So she lived in I think they're duplexes. Is that what they're called?
Okay.
And her grandparents lived on one side. Her family lived on the other. Her grandparents' side, I think, was on the upstairs of that side. I think was like super haunted. Like, they wouldn't even go up there ever. I don't remember what happened up there, but anyways. So she lived in this really haunted house, and so much shit happened in this house all the time. It was so creepy. Like, even like as soon as you walked into the door, you can like feel the energy shift.
How old was she? When did they move out? Like, was she there from baby to?
Yeah, it was like pretty young to, I think it was 12, 13.
Okay. And you've been there?
Oh yeah. Like, yeah, we
like growing up you went?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was in this house many, many times.
Wow.
So you can literally feel the energy shift in this house. But so I'm gonna read what she has. Some things I might add to, but I'll just read it. So she said, the house I grew up in. Okay, she also doesn't have the best grammar, so it's gonna take me a second to read this. Sorry, Vanessa. The house she grew up in was really haunted, multiple paranormal occurrences. So when I was there with her, we were listening to music on the top of her bunk bed, and we saw this like shadow move across her door. Like, it was so vivid. Like, she had a white door, and like it was such a vivid, clear shadow of this like man that was like kind of like hunched over.
The hell?
Yeah, and like so as soon as we saw him cross the door, her radio shut off, and I have never jumped off the top of a bunk bed so like fast in my entire life. I thought we were gonna like fly,
break your ankles.
Yeah, like we never ran so fast in our entire lives, but it was
so
creepy. We had to have been 10, 11.
Dang.
Like, it was so creepy. But we would always see shadows in her, especially in her room, like going past her
How did
door.
you sleep there at night?
Dude, I literally don't know. Looking back, I don't know how I stayed over her house so many times. Like,
or her.
Or her.
How do you?
Yeah,
I would
know.
literally have insomnia.
Yeah, she got so used to it. Like, her family got so used to it after a while that it was just, like, a thing.
Whoa.
But, yeah, it was really scary.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then, her... Okay, one is with her brother.
You don't have to read it if it's not written in a way to read. Like,
so,
if it's just kind of, like,
yeah.
listed.
Okay, okay, so she had, again, it was, like, a shadow, I guess, or a ghost. I guess this one was more clear. But, her and her brother were laying down, and, sorry. This one goes into the next story, kind of. So they were laying down, and they were, like, looking. The way their house was set up, they had, like, this long hallway upstairs and a bedroom on the end, and then on the other end there was this bathroom.
Okay.
So they were, I guess, laying down in their bed, and near the bathroom they saw this really clear image of a little boy walk towards the old bathroom. Which is crazy because their old bathroom, for as long as I've known Vanessa, they have never used, and they had a cross on the door. Because, literally gives me chills. So when her mom and dad first moved into this place, I don't know if they had kids yet, but they used that bathroom.
Okay.
And in that bathroom, her dad was taking a shower once, and he was taking a shower, and, like, he started feeling like burning on his back, I guess. And he got out of the bathroom, and he looked in the mirror, and there were scratches all down his back. And ever since then, they just didn't use the bathroom, and they had the cross on the door. And I'm pretty sure also one time, Vanessa, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure one time the cross flew off of that door. I'm pretty sure I'm not making that up.
Even without that.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? And, like, that bathroom was never used. I've never seen the inside of it. Like, it was... Oh,
wow. Like, it was like, don't touch it.
Yeah. They had, like, stuff in front of the door so, like, no one can get to it.
Whoa.
Like, it was very scary.
Like, you knew not... Yeah.
Yeah. Like, even in our stages where we would go to Tinker House, like, we would not touch that bathroom.
What?
It was, like, off limits. Yeah. So it was crazy.
Girl.
Oh, yeah, and then there was this one time, I also remember this, her dad was home alone, and he was sleeping on the couch or sitting on the couch or something, and he was hearing banging, like, noises, and the way their house was set up, you couldn't see their stairs at all from, like, the kitchen or the living room. Like, it was, like, kind of in a different room, I guess.
Like, facing the other way.
Yeah, and he was walking around to the stairs, and there were toys being thrown down the stairs. And I was like, what the fuck? It's just so creepy. Like, that house was so creepy. It was insane.
Also, another reason why I think maybe, like, all of these things, like, in Pennsylvania, like, maybe they're, like, old homes.
Yeah.
Like,
hers was, like, 100 years old.
Like settler vibes.
Yeah.
Like, old.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
That was definitely her house.
Does she live in a new build now?
No.
Oh.
And she
needs a break.
Well, her and her husband, yes, but her parents, no.
Okay, well, I'm glad she lives in, like, she hopefully doesn't have to ever have.
I don't think there's any stories from her parents' house now, but it is Last House on the Left next to a cemetery. And Last House on the Left, I'm pretty sure, is a horror movie. And it's right next to a cemetery.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So.
They have just amazing taste at picking houses.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
But, yeah, crazy stuff. But I think that's all I have.
Whoa.
But, yeah, now we can move on to the anonymous stories.
Those are insane, though, dude.
Aren't they?
You have a lot.
Yeah, I definitely have
you
more
and, like, people you know.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. I'm going to read this one. On our way to Zion, myself and 3 friends planned to stop at Fish Creek Reservoir for free dispersed camping. We did this since we had to leave so late after work and the drive from Denver was very long to Zion. So they left around 8 and arrived to the spot around 3 a.m.
Oh, God, devil's hour.
3 a.m. is the worst time to do anything.
Yep.
So to give some background, free dispersed camping is basically a free land to stay on. There's not really any monitoring. You don't have to pay. You just choose a spot and set up. We drove down the road and found an area that had the best reservoir / river behind us. So it was very open and there was no trees around. So there was no one around when they pulled up, and they started to set up camp around 3:15, right? And they got right into the tents because they were exhausted. Then she said, I was very tired and laid on the right end of the tent. The tent we were in was very sturdy, tall, where you can stand up in, around 5 to 6 person tent. So all 4 of them were laying side by side. I had my eyes closed and started to try to fall asleep. Everyone else, however, was chatting, talking, and joking around a bit. This is when I heard something. I opened my eyes and saw the side of the tent moving and the corner of the tent making this loud rustling noise. This is when I shushed everyone and told them to be quiet. Then everyone else heard it. My friend said, "Name, stop effing around. This is not funny." And I, of course, was like, "That's not me, I swear to God."
Oh my God.
She said, horror movie cliche, if you ask me. This is where we started to say, hello, who's out there? We have knives and weapons. That's how certain they were that the sound, were of the sound and the energy we felt from it being creepy. Now, of course, we were asking ourselves, is it the wind? Is it an animal, a raccoon? Is it some kids messing around with us? And she said, but like I said, the spot we chose had no one around it. It was open, no animals in sight. And when we stepped outside to look, since the blinds in the tent were closed, there was nothing out there, and also no wind. We, of course, did what we shouldn't and decided to stay. We were so tired and we can just fall asleep and it should be fine. Oh, so they were like, we're so tired, we'll just fall asleep and we'll be fine. Mm-hmm. My one friend does not get freaked out easily and doesn't believe in paranormal stuff. So we laid back down and we're quiet, and I had my knife in my hand with me, LOL. But then after a few moments, there it was again. And this time we heard what sounded like footsteps sprinting towards the tent.
Oh, I just got chills.
There was a loose gravel and it was moving around, and the tent was fluttering again. The sound of the tent literally was like someone slapping their palms on it. And that's when me and my friend thought it was me. And that's why her friend thought it was her at first, because it sounded like a hand.
Oh.
This time now we said, F this. We jumped out of the tent, looked around, and there was nothing. We packed up all of our shit, and I swear to God, we were out of there so fast. I think it was around 3:35 when they originally laid down at 3:15.
Oh
they ended up leaving, and they drove through the night and reached their campsite in Zion around 7 to 8 a.m. We, of course, asked ourselves, WTF was that? Trying to rationalize it. No wind, no one on site, flat land. My one friend did mention he saw a van a little ways down from us as we were leaving, which I never originally saw, but our options were sex traffickers, animals, or something paranormal. And of course, in Utah, they have the native lore that must be respected. We Googled about it, and apparently, what is that? Epidermis Walker. It's Epidermis Walker. Ranch was only a couple hours away. We also began Googling the campsite for reviews if anyone else had this odd experience. So this is one of the lore or folk tales we found about this spot. I'll leave it here to end this creepy experience. So this next part is in quotes from a subreddit. The legend is that Annie was a small baby and that she lived with her parents up by Fish Lake. It was during the winter, and her dad had to leave and go down to the canyon to get food and supplies. He left his wife and baby in a small cabin. When he returned, the door was open and snow was blowing in the small cabin. He went inside, and the mother was dead. She had been attacked by wolves. There were no paw tracks anywhere, but there were paw tracks everywhere, but no baby. Annie was taken by the wolves. The wolves didn't kill her, but raised her as one of their own. She learned to run on all fours and acted like a wolf. She also grew her finger and toenails out. This allowed her to climb trees and jump between them. Annie roams in the hills and looks to grab any person that might have wandered off from the camp. Watch out for Annie Bangs.
Annie Bangs. Damn. That's creepy.
That's crazy. Like the exact spot.
Damn.
Fish Lake.
Oh my God.
And they hadn't known that until they got there.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, we can't stop at Fish Lake.
Yeah. Oh, that's creepy. Especially hearing like something like running towards you. Like, what if that is her on all fours?
Yeah.
Ew, that's creepy.
I don't know what's creepier. Like, you know, like I mean, this is kind of off topic, but like the man or the bear.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like this. It's
Yeah.
like sex trafficker or bear.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want either, but
Yeah.
like it's very two different things to be like, oh, is it a person messing with us or a animal?
Yeah. And it's always like, no matter what, it's always scarier when you're like in the middle of nowhere, no electricity, no nothing. Like,
yeah, you can't see.
Yeah, no.
Like when we went,
unless you have
we've barely been camping, but the one time we went, I was like, oh,
yeah,
this is actually kind of freaky.
Yeah, like, and even if you have a flashlight, like, it's creepy. Like, you're just,
pitch
you could
black.
only see where the flashlight, like,
Yeah.
that's creepy.
Ooh. Okay, read the next one.
And like, our one friend camps a lot and sometimes like car camps by herself, and like, I don't know how she does it. It's so,
I get freaked out. I freak myself out, really.
Yeah.
Nothing will happen, but I will convince myself.
oh, for sure.
So
And like, there's
freak myself
also
out.
like way too many stories about people camping and stuff happening.
I know.
And like, I believe that like there's some woods out there that are so haunted.
Yeah.
Like, it's creepy.
That's crazy that they found that, though.
Yeah. Oh, we have two more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Remember the third one that we didn't know who's from?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, so here's another one. I'm not the best reader. I'm like kind of dyslexic.
I kind of struggled a little bit,
Okay.
as you could tell. It's weird because it's like, you can't, like, I was trying to just read it, but some
but,
of it
like,
was just
people don't-
context,
yeah.
not like a story.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to skim it
Okay.
and pop in and out of
Okay, well, sorry if
whose
I'm
perspective it is.
I'm a bad storyteller, but here we go. Okay, so this isn't really that scary, but it was to me at the time. In Halloween, when I was, I think, 7 or 8, I was out trick-or-treating with my cousins, aunt and uncle, and mom in my neighborhood. We got to this garage that had been converted to a haunted house type thing with all the spooky shit you can think of. Obviously, there was a badass witch as the mom that lived there and her 2 sons outside running it. One son was dressed as a red Power Ranger, and the other, ... he was dressed as the scariest thing my 7-year-old eyes had ever seen.
Stop.
A pinhead.
What is that?
What's a pinhead? What's a pinhead? What's a pinhead? Are you looking it up?
Yeah. Like Pinhead Larry? Oh, okay. It's this.
Oh. Oh, ew. Oh, that's not what I had in mind. Oh my god, ew.
Okay.
Okay. That's what a pinhead is.
Probably everyone else knows.
Probably we're stupid.
It's a guy with a bunch of pins in his head.
Yeah. I hated scary movies and still do, so I had never seen this grotesque thing or grotesque being before, and I was shitting bricks. The mom saw that I was scared and told her son to go away. All good, right? Wrong. After we left that house, we went across the street to the house with the king-sized candy bars.
Oh, hell yeah.
The best. As we were leaving, I thought it would be funny to run ahead and close the gate on my cousin to lock her in the yard. So me, in my Princess Fiona from Shrek costume on, took off for the gate, laughing to myself, thinking about how much I got her and how funny I was. Little did I know, oh god, what was coming for me. Right when I locked the gate, I turned around, and who's standing right behind me, not even a foot away? That's right, the effing pinhead.
Okay, that's scary.
That is scary.
Like,
especially like you're after his mom told him to go away.
And you're 7?
7? Yeah, that is scary.
Like, any costume would be scary.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's so scary. Me, having just been scared out of my little mind, dropped my bucket of candy and started running into the street. That's so sad.
Oh, no,
Little did I know a car was... Oh my god, wait.
Whoa.
Little did I know a car was barreling down the road at the exact second. I look to my right and think, well, this is it. This is how
Shut up. Oh my gosh. This is it.
This is how I die. As soon as that thought pops into my head, I feel arms around me and I'm yanked to the safety of the sidewalk where my cousins are rummaging through my
gosh.
ground candy.
All right. Let's give it back.
I look up and see the teenage pinhead take his mask off, and his eyes are wide and he's shaking his head, repeating, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, over and over again. His mom saw the whole thing from across the street, and she started running over to see if I'm okay. When she gets to it, sorry, that was just like the poor pinhead.
Yeah. Imagine the pinhead caused a death.
Yeah, that would have been wild.
Like, don't scare me, dude. I almost ran into a car.
Yeah, that's crazy. When she gets to our little group, she makes sure everyone is okay before turning to her son and saying, "You know you're grounded, right?" He looks at her and just shakes his head and turns to walk back to his house, and I never saw him again. And that's the time I almost died on Halloween dressed as an ogre.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Dressed as an ogre. Not Fiona getting ran over.
That's so funny.
I'm glad, hopefully the car wasn't hitting, like, going as fast as you thought.
Yeah, I mean, it's Halloween.
Like, when you're a kid,
there's
it's
kids
probably
around.
like,
yeah.
But hopefully, like, you would have been fine regardless.
Yeah, I hope so. Oh my god. That's so funny, dressed as an ogre.
Oh my gosh.
Damn, well, I'm sure that was really scary as your 7-year-old self. That's crazy.
That would have been crazy if, like, years later, like, y'all dated or something.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would have been so funny. Oh my god.
That would be scary, though.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I think I told Halle this. I think the reason why I'm, like, really spooked is I have trauma from going into a haunted house when I was a little kid on accident. It was like a fall fest, and my grandma, like, took me because she didn't realize how, like, explicit it was. Like, she thought it was, like, family friendly.
Yeah.
But it was, like, definitely, like, way too scary for the age I was.
Yeah.
And I was terrified.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aww.
So I think that, like, scarred me.
Yeah, probably.
Like, I can't even do haunted houses.
Damn,
even though
that
I
is
love
upsetting.
scary movies.
Yeah, that's weird.
I love scary
haunted
movies.
houses.
Which story? Oh, did you already flipped it?
I did flip
Okay.
it.
Okay, last story. Junior year of college, I got a call from No Caller ID and thought it was just going to be a prank call from a friend. I picked it up and immediately could tell it was my friend who I've been friends with since freshman year. She said my name and asked where I was, and I replied I was in my room in my apartment. Then I could hear her weeping, like on the verge of crying. She then said she was scared and was in a closet. My body froze and my heart sunk, so I asked her what happened and where are you? She continued to weep, and I was telling her everything is going to be all right. And at that moment, she hung up. So I immediately called this friend back to see if she was okay. And at first, she didn't pick up, so I was getting more worried.
Oh, God.
After 3 to 4 times of calling her and no answer, I texted her and other close friends to see where she was. After 10 minutes, that friend that I thought called me called back and was so confused after I told her the situation. At the time, she was finishing up work and was safe. The whole thing was so creepy because it sounded exactly like her. It seemed like she was in danger. We eventually came to the conclusion it must have been AI or something and that it was mimicking her. To this day, I don't know if it was for sure AI and, like, it's already getting out of hand.
Oh, my God. That's creepy.
I've seen stuff about that.
Oh, really?
Like, predators using it against, like, I've seen, like, parents getting phone calls from their daughters.
Oh my God.
But it's, like, bad guys.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. It's, like, it's been on the news and stuff.
Oh, that's so scary.
I don't really know, like, how it works, like, what
Yeah.
the end goal is, I guess. Like, how would you
Yeah.
even, like, maybe get someone to meet them?
Oh, maybe.
Because they think you have,
Maybe.
like, if someone called your mom being like, I have Halle, and then
Yeah.
it's your voice.
Oh, that's...
Like,
Yeah.
Mom, come help
That's
me. And then they
creepy.
go.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's creepy. Ooh, I
That's
don't like
crazy.
that.
Well, I'm glad she's okay, but
Yeah, but, like, I'm glad you are, too.
also, like, the no caller ID, like, you can't really call it back.
Yeah.
So she just had to call her friend's actual
Yeah,
number.
that's true. That is true. That's creepy. Yeah, that's the thing with the AI stuff now. Like, it's gonna get, like, really creepily, something like that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's crazy. Well, we had a lot of good stories. We had some paranormal, some funny Halloween, not funny, but like Halloween
Yeah.
stories, some creepy callers, and some like spirit, like
Yeah.
reservation
Yeah.
type
Yeah, I don't know.
lore, folklore stuff.
Yeah.
So
Crazy
that
stuff.
that was a good, well-rounded up.
I think so.
So
If you guys have any other stories, leave them down below because I love reading stories like
Yeah.
this. So,
or if you store it in your head so that when we ask again in October, you can give it to us, because we'll definitely
yeah.
do another one for like spooky season.
yeah, we'll do a fun Halloween episode or
For
something.
sure. But
So
thanks for writing in if you did.
Yeah, that was fun.
You really helped the episode be more full and well-rounded and entertaining because Halle shared a lot of her stories, but it was fun reading ones that we'd both never heard.
Yeah.
So
no, definitely.
it was really fun.
So fun. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I hope you liked this, and yeah,
stay safe out there.
Stay safe. But yeah,
move if you're being haunted. Move away.
Yeah,
from
for
it.
real. Don't be those people. If something's doing something
haunting
to
you,
run the other way.
Maybe leave.
Yeah. Well,
no, I gotta get going before it gets dark out.
Yeah, it's a little. You really do. It's creepy out there.
It is.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Tune in next week.
See ya.
And yeah, this is Halle
and Skylar.
and we're
Clocking off.
Bye.
I wonder which one was Chris.